Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 252, the Transform Action Figure Podcast Show. My name is Hex, and we've got a small group of characters. We got TFcon going on, so we know that Brett, he's out there, and then you also got Sportimus as well. Dalton, not sure what he's doing, and Dakota's taking some time off. So just gonna be the three of us, and I'm not gonna do a Mount Rushmore. And the topic that we were going to discuss as far as like what is a grail, we were going to put some ground rules down with grails, just because you see people just like, oh, I got a grail, my newest grail, it's like, come on, dude, that's $20 regular retail, like easily obtainable, but we're going to save that probably for the next show when we can have some more people on. We can get their ideas, so we can kind of maybe set some ground rules for holy grails, because it's supposed to be something that's very rare and hard to come by. So at least that's what the name of it being. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Mike, kick it off.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike. You can find me everywhere as Angry Mike on social media.
And I'm Rick. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
And you can find me, G1Xtron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Xtron. Also, we haven't had it in a while, but if you guys are interested in showing your collection off on the show towards the beginning, we have what is called a collection spotlight. So if you have a smaller collection, you take a few pictures. If you have a really large collection, you take even more pictures, whatever it needs to be to capture your full collection. You can send those to an email at me at g1hexatron@gmail.com, and we'll take a look at those on the show. Even if you've been on previous episodes, after about 6 months, you've accumulated some more stuff, or maybe you've rearranged some stuff and your kind of collection room has changed, definitely you can send those in again, and we can take a look at them. All right, so we got a few people with us. Action Figure Expert, what's going on, man? We're doing good, and also throughout the show, I'm going to make sure that we keep an eye on that Penn State game, because there was about 5 minutes left on that. So, before we go to share screen, I know Rick, you know what Mike tried to talk me into? He goes, since there's only 3 of us, how about he goes, how about instead of like your figure of the week that we do hauls? I'm like, you just want to do that because you like got a bunch of stuff this week. And he was like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, well, what about the stuff whenever I get like 20 figures in? I'm like, man, like I gotta take just one, or Rick, he's sitting there, he's got like 5 hot toys, and he's like, man, which one do I like the most?
It's tough.
I mean, it's just 3 of us, man. It shouldn't take too long to do a quick haul.
Okay, go ahead, Mike. Since you basically this is for you, because you just want to tell people what all you got. So just go ahead.
I'm not Dalton. Don't give in to me, because I'm not Dalton. No, we just do figure of the week. I'll do figure of the week. I'll do one. This
seems to be lagging. Is it lagging for you guys that are watching?
You're definitely lagging a bit, like your video for me. Josh.
Yeah, you're frozen up on my side. Well, with that being said, I got the Optimus Prime cell. What's that thing called? The cell something or other? What was things called?
This like the cell shaded 35th anniversary.
Yeah, this thing was pretty cool. I like the cell shaded. I didn't think I'd like it at all, and then I saw it in person. I'm like, man, that looks really good. So I got that and the Megatron, the Sound Blaster, the Blue Streak, and the Ratchet. So that's all I got just today alone.
And you're hooking like a ton of us up with the Ratchet from Walgreens. Right?
Yep, you, Dalton, and Dakota got one, and then I got your 3. What are those things?
Danny Moonstar. Yeah,
Moonstar.
She's like Mirage. She's part of the New Mutants, but it's a troop builder because it comes with the other 2 heads. So you can pretty much make Wolfsbane and Karma and Mirage.
Yeah, you can make 3. Well, I think what happened is he put the thing up so early. I wonder if there he is.
There he is.
Oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Because I just hit in broadcast Because it says like, oh, your internet connection. I'm like, oh crap, man, I haven't reset my router in like 3 weeks. So
You're good right now.
Figure of the week. There we go.
We already did it.
Well, Mike did it.
It probably didn't record it though.
Oh, I'll just go with I'll go with the Prime. The Cell Shade Optimus Prime. I got that today along with everything else, but I didn't really think I was going to like it whatsoever until I actually saw it in hand, and then they look really, really good. So I'm kind of glad I picked those. That's a pretty good figure. Rick?
What about you, Rick?
I got a bunch of stuff, but I had to pick one. So the Luke Jedi, where is he? I have a hard time with this. There you go. Luke Jedi Black Series. I had a friend of mine that sent this to me like 2 weeks ago. It got hung up in the mail big time, along with the Purge Trooper and the Rat Bat and Rumble, I guess it is. I don't know.
You got that?
Haven't opened it yet, but yeah, he sent me those things. But Luke's pretty good. I mean,
is he an exclusive?
He's much better than that one that we got like early on in the Black Series. I mean, he's much better than
the Return of the Jedi one where he's in all black.
Yeah, like this is the version I like. That was my favorite, like original vintage Star Wars figure because he had the cloak, and Jedi Luke. That was the coolest thing when you were a kid. So and it's still pretty damn cool. So yeah, pretty good.
All right. Well, I've been paying on this sucker, so I finally got this. This Hot Toys Darth Maul. So
getting deeper, folks. He's joined the club.
You know what? I looked at it and I'm averaging one a year. So and I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that. Because all the ones that I like, have are the ones that I really really like. So let's see. Dalton says my figure of the week is Siege Impactor from the 3-pack. I would hop on.
It's a good figure.
But I'm in the middle of getting ready for work. Yeah, we don't want to see you getting out of the shower and stuff like that, man. So just go ahead and take care of your business. All right, entire screen share. All right, so everybody sees Pronicon here.
Yeah.
Yep.
The select one.
Well, I mean, it's only Pronicon, Generation Select, yeah. But you can see the new images because now they have, it's not two of the same ones or two of the same ones like that. That's all of them right there. So you can kind of see this is how it is going to be, kind of put together.
That's cool.
I still think it's way expensive.
It is. It's cool. I don't know. I think it's a little bit late. But I'm glad that they're making it. Don't get me wrong. Glad that they're making it. I didn't pre-order. I only pre-ordered I think the first one. I'm still not sure if I need it. I'm kind of to that point. I really like the product that's coming out right now. I like all the Siege stuff, and I think the Earthrise stuff looks pretty cool too. But I'm kind of on the Combiner Wars. I'm just kind of over it, at least for the time being. But I might still pick it up.
Well, I was wanting to say real quick that, they are really late in the game on it. But, I mean, I think to my understanding, the only way you can really get it is supposed to be through the Pulse. They made BBTS and TF sort shut down their pre-orders because they weren't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
You can still get it at other. I know. Well, I'm not going to say them on here, but you can still get it at other places.
Well, I know I've pre-ordered everything except for the last two, which they popped theirs up really, really late, and the pre-order goes down. I was told October 29th. So
I'm on a timetable for this thing.
Yeah, you have to put your pre-orders in by a certain deadline. But, I mean, it is expensive, but I really think out of some of the Combiner Wars we've gotten before in the past, just by looking at some of these pictures that Josh is showing, that it looks like a more sturdier, more meaty looking Combiner War figure versus what we've gotten before in the past.
I mean, I like the colors. I always have, but I don't know, man. They haven't changed the ratchets in those hips, and I still am not I'm not crazy about what they do with the hips, nor the hands, nor the feet. But I think they've done better. Some of the newer ones that they've kind of put a little bit of upgrades, some retools on. It's a little bit better, but.
Well, look back on a couple of the other combiner wars. Look like a Computron. They came out with different fists. Victorian came out with hands and feet.
That's what I said. So the retools are better.
Right.
They've definitely done better.
Right. They've learned.
I'm still not a fan of the hips, man. I always think they look too slender or thin, and then the ratchets never hold the weight. Like, for instance, this figure is going to have, you know, that weapon that's huge. It's going to weigh like the same as one of the other, you know, it's a deluxe.
Right.
So, you know, the reason why that arm is down like that, because that's the way it's going to be in your collection. It's never going to hold the figure. I'm just nitpicking. I love, you know,
this is basically going to be a cane. This is not a gun. It's a cane.
Exactly. But look, I'm just nitpicking. I think it's still cool. I'm glad they make it. You know, I'm glad they're making it. So
let's be honest. Some people might not want it for the combiner part. They might want it for the individual figures.
Yeah, I think the individual figures.
I would like to display them individual figures, but
yeah,
I'm at the point I don't have that type of room. So however I can get it to take up less amount of room, which would be combined mode, then that's what I'm kind of forced to.
Right. Yeah, and this is kind of a third party price, right? Like it's going to be about 200 or about 200 shipped, or no?
Well, if you get the free shipping, it shouldn't matter. But I think like the deluxes are like $34.99, $35 a pop, and then
that's too much, man. God, I see that. That's where I'm just like, you know, I like it, but then I'm like, I hear that price, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out, man.
Let me just add up real quick. There's 5 deluxes.
And they're individually, they're pretty cool.
Yeah,
you're looking what the Turtler figure is sort of Snaptrap. He's a little bit more, right? He costs a little bit more than the others.
I think like 50. So you're looking at over $200 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see that, man.
$225 before taxes if your state is required to collect taxes.
The good thing is there's a ton of Transformers product, coming out. Like, it just feels like I feel like we've been talking about or getting new Transformers like every few weeks, easily.
You're right, we are. But it's really kind of hard in some aspects where you can, it's hard to pick and choose where it's really hard because it's like you don't want to leave without getting everything. It's like today when I saw the Cell Shade ones. Is it over with?
Yeah, that's Sim 4.
Right. And so, it's kind of like the Cell Shade ones. I told myself I wasn't going to get them. Then once I saw them, like, dang it, I got to get them. So, didn't have to, but I did.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to some movie stuff. Your studio series, your Shockwave. Interesting.
I wanted to point out real quick, if you don't mind. Cameron quoted how retail prices are already getting too high for what we're getting in the mainline figures. These are double the price. And let's be honest, the retail prices have gotten, I think, they're out of right. I think crazy.
I do think we're within a year from more people bowing out of the Transformer, being Transformer collectors. I think every year, I think we lose a few, and I think if it goes up one more time, I think we're going to lose a lot more. That's what I think.
With Hasbro's drop in the stock market, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back up anymore.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents. But anyway, this is the Studio Series Shockwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool that, they did it the purple colors,
Yeah.
And it's a leader class too, right? This one's leader?
Not sure.
I think he's leader class if I remember seeing that somewhere.
Yep, leader.
Yeah, see, that's a lot better. He should be leader to begin with.
Let's be leader. Lets him have all the extra plastic. Like, I don't expect the height to be much, but like he's got a lot of extra stuff on him. He's got that big cable that runs back, from his gun to the back. So,
yeah.
He looks pretty big, though. He looks pretty good there, and his legs are spread apart, so that's pretty good. Scale-wise, they've been doing a pretty good job. I was getting a decent amount of them, but like I was happy that they started doing Devastator because I didn't want to buy any of those. So I've been kind of sitting for a while, not buying anything. I'll probably get Shockwave though.
Did you get the
he looks
Jetfire?
pretty good.
Did you get the Jetfire?
I got the Jetfire. Yeah,
He's a good figure. He's a real good figure.
Yeah, he looks good. Like the sculpt on him is ridiculous good.
The head sculpt is amazing.
Yeah, it looks good for what it's based on, right? I have to keep that in perspective.
Honest, some of them turned out really good. Some of them turned out worse than what the originals were, in my opinion. But
well, and here's a remake. Here's the studio series, the Scavenger. This is one of the ugliest Transformers I've ever seen in my life, I think.
Yeah, man. I don't do any of the Devastator stuff, but I know people in my, on Instagram, I've seen them talk about it with, great praise. And that's cool that they're into it, but I like it when 5 figures come out or 6 and I don't have to buy them. That's great.
I have great. Out of the Devastator one, I only have one, and it's Long Haul, I think. Yeah, the dump truck.
He's the best one.
Exactly. He's amazing looking in robot mode. Amazing looking one. These other ones, in my opinion, look like trash.
Oh yeah, this one looks stupid in robot mode too.
He does.
And look at this guy here.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he did in the movie, but let's be real. In the movie, he looked like trash. I'm with Mike on this one. Normally, you never hear me say it's trash, but I'm going to agree with Mike on
that. It's all about. That's some garbage right there, buddy.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage. Yeah, it is pretty
floating
sad.
away in a flood storm.
Yeah,
Golly,
I mean, I was passing because it was actually 8 Devastator pieces, and I'm like, I'm not buying because you add that up. That's more than that Predator. That the fish one.
The
Predator.
Yeah,
Fishman. Aquaman transformer.
The Aquaman transformer. But I'm just saying these here because they're Voyagers. They're $30 a pop. There's 2 or 3 of those in the set, I think, or 2. That's $60. And you had 6 more $20 figures. I just think it's too much. I think they could have used what they're doing for Devastator on something different. Maybe.
I wonder if it paid off for them. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that grew up on the Bay movies, And
oh my God!
I'm not going to say that's my G1. But
no, we've established that already. Not allowed to say that. But
the question is, do you think this paid off for them? You think people have been? I would say more people that I know are getting them than people that I know aren't. Just from what I've seen and heard, but
you know what? I think their stock market drop would let you know that it wasn't very good.
The Devastator parts didn't work out for them.
Didn't work out.
When did the Transformer movies start coming out? I'm trying to think of how old those people were. About how old.
Wasn't that BotCon 2007? Right, it was in the Rhode Island one, right? We saw the movie.
What year?
2007.
Wasn't it? I think it was 2007.
So it's 12 years. So let's say there's a 6-year-old out there who grew up watching the Bay movies.
So he's 18.
He's like, go my jam.
You know what? I guess it's just sometimes I forget how old I am because I see myself
Me too, dude.
as a child, and then I'm like, who grew up and trying to have conversations with me and other adults? I'm like, what are you talking about, other adults?
See, it's really funny because Rick had said people grew up during the Bay. And it makes I kind of think man, that does remind me. I am 41 now. Golly. It's you just think about it, it's horrible.
Look, they're starting to connect it. Look.
I know, because I was looking at this picture, I'm like, are they trying to say that he's a triple changer? What the heck is this, man? What mode is this? But
dumpster.
I see that it's connecting or whatever. Oh my goodness. Well, they had some, I guess.
That's funny.
Kind of almost complete. You have some test shots here.
Oh, he's supposed to actually stand upright.
It looks like he's on skates.
The Megatron did too.
Little snowshoes.
The Bay movies, they like to kind of put them in little skate shoes or whatever.
The Voyager Megatron, he came like that.
Yeah.
The studio series.
They like to do that.
See, look at that. And people were complaining about Unicron's backpack. Look at that thing. That's
I
a
don't know.
Nike.
When I
Yeah,
look at
that-
it just looks to me like something that like if you went to like some kind of junior high fair and like there's the one kid with the volcano and then there's like this other kid where they made like some gook or something and then the other one's like, oh, I made my own homemade transformer combiner, you know, like
right.
that's what this looks like to me.
Yeah, they took their Tonka trucks apart and then mixed it with a bag of knives, and they were like, "Look, it's my Devastator."
Instead of picking knives.
Basically, that's what it looks like to me. Is like it's some kid that his dad owned a welding shop and then took a cutting torch, a bunch of his Tonka trucks, and then welded them together and been like, "Hey, Devastator."
Yeah. Then they were like, "What if he had skates for shoes? That'd be good."
Cameron says someone was saying that the this Devastator is mistransformed in those pictures. He goes, "I can't tell. It was always a mess." Even Cameron can't tell.
Exactly.
It's hot garbage.
All right, I think it's time for some third-party stuff. Yep. All right, so your TFcon exclusives, or some of them here.
I hate to be the bearer of saying this, but even though this does look hideous to some people, I actually kind of dig it.
It's kind of cool.
I saw some people that were happy. This was the one thing that they were really excited about.
What a lot of people weren't too excited about was the price tag on it. It's $110.
Really?
I'm not sure what the scale. Don't get me wrong on the scale. I have no idea for sure the scale.
It's Masterpiece, I'm sure, right? I mean,
yeah. It's the Ocular Max.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were saying it's $110. The price was a little up there, but I think people referring to it as the Watermelon Mirage, which it does look pretty cool. I actually dig the colors on it, even though y'all know I'm not a third party guy, but I actually think it's pretty cool looking.
You got the alligators and stuff on it.
Yeah, because this is a homage to G2 Mirage, to my understanding. Is that right?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I don't do. I don't do G2.
I thought it maybe
that's a Dakota.
Like
Dakota
friends
into
with
G2.
the little what is it? Beast Wars Megatron alligator.
Mm-hmm.
That's why maybe it was his boyfriend or something, and that's why he got it tattooed on the side of him. I don't know.
It's cool looking.
Cool.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I think, especially
that's what TFcon. It's repaints, and that's a pretty cool looking repaint. So
Cameron and Dalton said yes, G2 is correct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Here's Mastermind Creations. God, how many molds have they done of this thing, man? Or basically repaints, but I don't believe I've seen them do this mold. It looks like they just added those wings to the side. Maybe a few other little things here, but it's the base figure that they've come out with multiple times.
They are very notorious for reusing molds constantly, it seems.
I like the colors on it because I like purple.
Even with the gold kneecaps.
I don't mind. I would have preferred like teal or fuchsia or black or something like that. And here's another TFcon exclusive.
Was this exclusive or was this the No, never mind. Custom classes.
This has got to be.
Yeah, you're right.
Planet X.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3.
That's G2 right there. Or at least one of the G2s.
Yeah, that's G2.
It seems like they were shooting towards a G2 year at a TFcon.
Cameron says custom class was a Voodoo Robots Ratchet.
Yellow.
So, yeah.
It was the yellow one. I think that's Cameron in that the G2 color Ratchet. Oh, let's see.
I don't think so. I thought that was like a. some type of exclusive.
What, the Ratchet or?
Yeah, the yellow colored Ratchet.
It's a custom class.
No, I'm saying originally.
Okay.
The first one. All right, so from the third-party panel, non-F, we've already seen this. I wonder, here's my question, is because every time we look at this, it's like we've seen this last year, seen it the year before, and maybe even the year before that. I wonder what's actually new in here.
What, on the, which set? The G2 Sideswipe set?
Yeah, so yeah, we've seen that before.
I have this. I mean, everything you see here, you get.
This is different. The Omega Supreme track extensions here. There you go, Rick.
That's cool.
Make it bigger.
Yeah. I'd have to paint it. Not, you know.
Yeah, they don't do the paint, do they?
No, they don't. But I think, yeah,
it's got some paint on it, doesn't it?
What is it? Is this supposed to be like a bot spot type thing?
No,
It looks like it.
It's a steak
pot.
Steak pot, yeah.
It's kind of tall.
Jeez, that's a big steak.
Yeah.
Porterhouse.
Let's see. HTB Toyz. Devastator head. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. Little bitty cassettes here. So, oh God, what's her name? Little Heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, so you got some classics in here.
KFC did these like years ago, and they were decent. Like the ones that they did, they look.
Roseanne. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks almost exactly like them because I bought almost all there.
Dalton, you gotta be quicker, man. You keep on commenting the exact same thing Cameron does, like right after him. You gotta be quicker, man. It remind me of this week's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they were in a group text, and then someone would text something, and then Sweet D would text the same thing right after them, and then expect people. You gotta watch it; it's funny. Oh, so Kimber says these are tiny. These go with the Magic Square Blaster and the DX9 Soundwave. So these are like little.
Oh yeah, they are tiny.
That's some good pictures, then.
Well, here's some real stuff here. Yeah, so like the Soundwave is already tiny. Like these got to be smaller than like your pinky nail. The one slam of my neighbor's door and these suckers are flying off. Like I would never find them.
You lost those. They fall in a vent. It's all over.
Dude, I could step on them. They could get stuck between my toes. I wouldn't find them for like 2 weeks.
You're like, I got a rock in my shoe. Nope, that's Rat Bat.
I was like, oh my God, I didn't think I collected Legos this small. No, it's like these little bitty guys.
That's funny.
Uh-oh. There you go. Mike, you want some G.I. Joe, some Transformers crossover?
Yeah, we've seen this. I can't remember when I saw this. I remember
they showed it at TFcon.
LA, wasn't it? Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of like you got to see the prototype, I guess, to understand how they're doing it, transform-wise and all that stuff. Pretty cool.
All right, Civil Warrior. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this thing. I don't know why it's in the.
God, I know, man.
This thing not out. I felt like this came out like 2 years ago.
A bunch of other versions of it, I'm sure.
Is this what they showed off today at TFcon?
This is the panel.
I think they showed it.
This is recycled crap.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like every
TFcon.
time we look at these panel pictures, we always see stuff that's like, okay, we saw that at the last TFcon and the one before that, the one before that, and there's stuff that we saw at TFcon 4 or 5 years ago that they still haven't come out with yet.
All the hype and nothing else.
Remember Fans Project Headmasters and stuff? Or what about God, what company was it? There was one company that came out with like one Target Master, like a masterpiece. What was it? Sure Shot. They haven't come out with any more after that.
That's
either.
one thing about third party is that they get so much hype behind everything, and then they are like, I mean, they're worse than a bill collector, or person knows a bill paying that bill. I mean, it's like it's never going to happen.
Yes, Cameron, make toys point blank. Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, man, that figure looks really good. But like after I've seen like all these other ones where I start out when I was collecting third party, like, okay, I'll get in like I did with the Fans Projects, Headmasters, and like I was collecting those, and then I'm like, okay, why no figures? Like we were coming out with them pretty quickly there, and then all of a sudden it's like nothing for like a year, and then here's one figure, or hey, here's an announcement, we're coming out with all of them, and then you never saw any of those other ones. I'm like, I wanted Headmasters and Target Masters. That's when I was like, man, I'll just go with official. They're at least doing the Headmasters. Now they're doing the triple changers, and hopefully we get the Target Masters.
Make Toys had those three that they put out: the Chrome Dome, the Hard Head, and the Point Blank. They're really good too. Like I was all in. I bought those three. I still have them on a shelf upstairs. But like the other day, when I was looking at what I was gonna possibly get rid of, I mean, I love them, but if they're never gonna expand it and finish them out, they don't really do me any good.
Yeah, I don't want incomplete lines.
That's how I feel too. I'm the same way.
Here's a Transcraft, which is that little Mohawk dude from what is it, The Last Night or or First Night or whatever the last movie was.
We've seen this before. It is another TFcon. So I mean,
they just repeat it. Because it takes 2 years. So basically, they show it at 4 different TFcons before it actually comes out.
Well, then I would be so disappointed as an attendee going to a panel and seeing the same garbage that had already been put out beforehand. I mean, they're just recycling. I mean, did they show anything new? I mean, I know in our Beast Wars chat, there was a couple.
I haven't looked at this yet, so this is my first time seeing it.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
What's up, Saron Games?
Oh, my bad. I thought you already seen them.
No, I haven't looked at it. I wanted it to be fresh. I was just giving my prediction out that like I guess it's going to be pretty much the same thing, because again,
it's old.
Huh?
Dalton saying it's new. No, it's not. It's old. We've seen this before.
Yeah,
I remember seeing it.
Someone Games says, should I pick up the 35th anniversary Optimus and Megatron at Walmart? Mike just did. I was going to, but then I saw that Earth Optimus, and I'm like, okay, I'd rather have that. And I want to see what Megatron they do with that.
No, I will highly recommend the Prime and the Megatron. I was on the fence of it really big time until I saw it in hand, and then I'm like, those are pretty awesome. So, yeah, definitely, if you got the extra cheddar, go ahead and get it.
I still don't know what, because I don't think this company's come out with anything, because I don't recall their name. And how are you going to come out with your very first figure and it's one, like, just some kind of throwaway character in a movie no one liked?
From the worst Bay movie.
Yeah.
Let's be all now. They're all pretty crappy. How are you going to rank them all together?
That would be tough to rank them. You're right.
Banana Force.
Banana Force?
Yeah, one of Dakota's favorite companies here.
And that's RG.
I believe no transform, correct? Just build them up.
I hate that crap.
That would look it would look good on your shelf, but again, if it doesn't transform, then I can't do it.
Can't handle that, man. I should have my options whether I want to transform my own figures or not.
Gang Toys. I feel like I've seen. Have I seen this before? No, that was. I guess it's someone else because this looks a little bit smoother. Or Gang Toys. Okay, so it's not Gang. Let me look at that again.
Kang, Cang.
All right. Well, that looks like a G to me, but
Right, seriously. You know, and this is the problem. Again, I go with third party. Is that you just said it yourself, Josh, is that this one's smoother because you can't tell these things halfway apart because they're all so similar. Every company.
Well, yeah, there's another company. I forget what name they are because there's so many companies now. I mean, we have the ones that like came out a few years ago, right? So you have several different variations there. You got your Hasbro version that's come out. And then there's another company that's coming out. Cameron probably knows. Okay, so he says you're thinking of the Toy World Predacons, which these are. King Toys took over, or Toy World renamed, or something like that. Okay, so this is the same one because maybe it's because I haven't seen the Tantrum, but I like saw like the Rampage, and I was like, okay, so that's a little different. So it is the same. It is the same one that I was thinking of then. All right.
So did Toy World have to change their name? I heard one of the companies had to change their name. Was it Toy World?
He's saying either Toy World renamed it or they Kane Toys took over this project, and there's still a Toy World. Okay, this is the one that I saw to where I'm like, okay, this is the one I was like, that Tantrum looks smooth. To where this one's like, I don't know, he's got jagged bits all over him.
What the heck is that supposed to be?
Okay, and he says Toy World is still releasing Bayformer figures under their Toy World name.
Jesus.
It's like Mastermind Creations has Ocular Max.
I'm good on Predaking. I mean, I got the Mastermind Creations one years ago, and I love it. Like, I still have it up. It's very dynamic. I love that one. I don't play with it a whole lot because it takes a while to transform it. But then Hasbro just gave us a good Predaking. I like it, and it's easy to transform. It's durable. I dig it, man. It stays up on the shelf good. So I'm good. I feel good about Predaking.
These are fans' hobby stuff.
I like some of their stuff. I don't get it all, but I think it's quality stuff. The Double Evil, I was a fan of that. I liked that one.
Oh, the Nemesis one?
Like the Overlord that they did.
Oh, here, yeah.
That's right there.
Okay. I think I've seen pictures of this kind of roaming around.
Yeah, part of me wants it, but I don't know, man. You think Hasbro is going to give us this? I mean, I have the original vintage one, but
I mean, the past couple years to where they're giving us stuff that I didn't think we would be getting. You know, like I never.
And they're doing the commanders, right? They're usually doing like the commanders, you know, the leaders. So chances are high that we might actually get this.
It'd be nice
based on what they've been doing.
And you know what? I mean, probably for Earth. What is it? Earth Wars or
Earthrise?
Earthrise.
Whatever.
All right, it's probably coming for Earthrise, guys.
I hope so.
Or maybe it's going to be the third series. It'll be all.
Hey Cameron, date, time stamp that Josh's new prediction. You can stack that on top of the couch.
Yeah, that's another prediction. Thunder Clash.
Thanks, Rick. We'll never see it. I always liked him as a character.
Ooh. This is their. Okay. This is their Minerva that we don't really like that much.
I'd like an official one of these, somebody. Or if Fans Toys does it, I'd be pretty happy.
Okay, so the doors don't open, but the roof opens.
That's how you get in the car. Can't open the roof and windshield.
It sucks when it's raining, but
that's good.
Oh, it's a 944 turbo right here. Who's that going to be? Dead End?
I guess.
Oh well, the dead end was a 928. So this is
no, that's right. Yeah.
a 944 because he's got the pop-up lights.
Maybe they got it wrong, but
Yeah.
I don't know who else. Who else could that be?
Guys in the chat. Who do you think?
Cameron.
Who do you
Put
think?
a prediction on this one.
I'm already telling you it's a Ford
Dalton.
944 turbo. So
Dalton, you're into the third party.
Yep, Dalton, can you beat Cameron?
We got some.
Oh, he says
Armada.
he believes that it's supposed to be Shuda to go with Minerva.
Really? Could be.
All right, Iron Factory. God, man, we've seen these for a long time. Are these not all out?
I think there's one that's not out. I need to get up to date on these. I only have 4 of them, I think.
Well, we've seen this stuff.
Yeah.
Dalton, you don't know your 80s cars? Don't. We'll teach you, man. We'll teach you about 80s cars. We'll just have a hangout one time, and we'll just show you pictures of 80s cars. Okay, so Cameron says Iron Factory generally shows their new reveals in December. So do you think they would show it at this show? In fact, it's so close, to December anyway. From that little picture, it's hard to see if that's going to be Shuda, if the lights are actually going to pop up. There's a China show in December. Okay, that makes sense. All right, here's that same mold again, Mastermind Creations.
Another drift.
There's so many versions. I can't keep up with. I used to be able to keep up with NMC stuff, but I have one of these. I don't know which one.
Carson, what's going on? Says there's a Minecraft Transformer coming out in 2020. What is a Minecraft Transformer though?
Minecraft's that widget looking kind of game, isn't it? Minecraft?
Yeah, I know. It's like it's video game Legos. I know what Minecraft is, but I'm just like what is it, like a crossover, like when they did like the Marvel and like Transformers, where it's like it's a creeper that transforms into something, or is it just like a regular Transformer with like Minecraft logos on it? Like it's got to be some type of cross promotion, I would think. Oh, you know what? That could be an RX-7. The Shuta, the one we looked at, it's very close. I just automatically think the 944. But you know what? It is Shuta then, because that definitely has the same look as a RX-7.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Those rotary engines. That version of RX-7, it had a rotary engine too, right? Or was it just the one afterwards? I think the RX-8 had a rotary engine too. I don't make those. Oh, there's another, or this one here. Is it Bulkhead? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Bulkhead.
I watch whenever it comes to saying Hound or Bulkhead. Just watch what I say, because I remember like I made some toy hunting video like 6 years ago, where I called like a hound or something. I called him Bulkhead because I had been watching Transformers Prime, and I still get comments to this day. Idiot, that's not Bulkhead, that's Hound. It's like, yeah. Do you think I don't know that? Look at the other 150 comments that say the exact same thing.
You think you were the first one to tell me that?
I know, dude. I even like thumbs up and favorite like the most popular one that's been thumbs up. That way people will see it first, but they're like, no, I'm letting them know that I know that too. Let him know how stupid he is. This calling him Bulkhead.
It's like, what were you thinking?
I mean, it was the God, which one? It was the Generations Voyager, where I forget what body it was, but they just put like a little hound head on them. You know what I'm talking about? This was years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so like I just looked up and I was like, oh, like, you know, really big, bulky green guy. I'm like Bulkhead, you know, because to me, Hound is always a little bitty figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. Hey Cameron, when are those last two MMC DJB members coming out? What are the last two? Or Dalton? Is Dalton still in here? They probably keep up with that. Okay, I gotcha.
You see his comment. Okay, Ocular Max right here too.
Yeah.
It's not a bad little RC right there.
Yeah, that's good work, Cameron. You're reading my mind.
Ooh, this is he's a little strange.
What is that? Protoform? That's ugly as sin. Okay, that there is supposed to be exclusive at TFcon as well, like a late edition.
Oh, is it? Okay, so you can pick the alligator one up, or you can pick this one up, huh?
That's my understanding. Yes.
They got tons of Mirages.
There you go.
You could fill your little, your little G2 DTOFs up with just Mirages if you wanted. I feel like they've done, what, 10 of them? There has to be 10 Mirages at least.
Really? That's crazy.
Because they did 2 or 3 versions of just regular Mirage. So on top of that, there's bound to be 7. So,
well, that's what you expect from third-party companies.
Cameron says that Proto was based on colors of a prototype G1 toy that pictures exist on TF Wiki. Obviously, no G1 RC toy was ever released. I don't think I've ever seen this prototype G1 toy RC. I'd like to see what that thing looks like. We'll see. Okay, I see how his helmet's doing that. This is a little too high up for me, but
Dalton said Cameron is lightning fast. I'm like, we might have to move Cameron up from the mechanic to the Oracle. He's on it.
He's finishing like our thoughts and stuff. Like before we could even like realize, like, you know what, this is a thought that I will have. Like Cameron's already put the answer in the chat.
He's become one with the Allspark.
Oh, Dalton doing a little research of his own. Toy, Toon, Red, 2 different versions of him are going invisible, G2, and Pharaoh. I guess he's talking about the
yeah.
All right, Planet X. Okay, we've seen this plenty of times. All right, I appreciate it, Cameron. Yeah, I just want to take a look at it because I don't believe I've ever seen that. So. I don't think we've seen. We've seen this. I don't think I've seen this before though. The Leo, Victory Leo here, or not Victory Leo, but
they got big plans for 2025. It looks like Planet X.
I mean, I'm still holding on to my masterpiece Star Saber. When's he get his true form?
I love that figure too.
Jangzing, did I say that right? Oh, this is the one that Dakota's all like happy about and stuff, isn't it?
Is this the ultimate Megatron for Beast Wars?
That's the third party winged dragon.
Because haven't they had three? I thought they had. Is there 3 or 4 of these, Dalton? I know you know that.
One's a Iron Factory. One's a little.
I know about that one. I have one of them. I don't even know which one I have. It's upstairs.
What's up, Fury?
I actually saw that one when we went to meet up in Texarkana. It's actually
They're making a Tiger Hawk. Is that what the silhouette is?
I have no idea because I don't know anything about.
That's definitely Tiger Hawk.
It's Tiger Hawk.
Now I need to see what that's going to look like because I wouldn't mind having a big old Tiger Hawk. I'd update.
All right, Fans Toys. Yeah, we've known about this, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Kurt, man, like it's basically an ongoing joke since like early on. Whenever I called Josh Duhamel, I just sounded his. I was always taught as a kid like sound things out, whenever I was like young, like learning to read and stuff. Mom would just be like, sound it out. And so like I still do that. So I was like, Josh Duhamel, and everybody, what'd you call it? I'm like, I called him his name, Josh Duhamel. Like, and then Duhamel. Yeah, so that's the way I spell things out. I've called Make Toys like 6 different names over the course of time. I do like the way
it's one of the many charms of this show.
That's why I like numbers so much. Like I'm a math guy, not a spelling guy. Have we seen this, or just silhouettes or prototypes?
I can't remember the.
I can't remember. I don't think I've seen colored images of this.
I don't think I have either. I wonder what the size is on this guy next to their other releases.
Okay, Cameron said I'm right. See, first time seeing Fans Toys Astro Train in color. Yeah, that looks nice.
Wonder how big he's gonna be.
He's supposed to be big enough to put a Devastator in, because that's what we've been requesting. Oh, that's clean.
That looks really good.
I want to see, what's the ship look like, because the robot form looks good, and the rule of triple changers is 2 modes can look fantastic, and then always one suffers, because robot looks good, and that train looks really clean. I don't see any ship on it. Oh, Cameron says shuttle's next, man. I'm just looking at this train. That's a beautiful train. I don't see any ship parts on it. Oh wow, dude, that's a nice figure right there.
Yeah.
Fans Project. Oh, they're still working on finishing your target masters and headmasters and stuff.
They're trying to figure out a 3rd or 4th way to repaint Steel Core, but
they're
that train looks good, dude. I like that.
Yep. This is one of, as far as triple changer and nailing all 3 modes, this is probably one of the best third-party figures as far as just visually looking at it, and as far as from the few Fans Toys figures that I've handled, they're pretty good quality too. And you would say so too, Rick, right?
Oh yeah, I love Fans Toys.
I like it. I like the bits of paint too.
Yeah, it's one of the only companies I trust. There's only 2 or 3. There's about 3.
I also like this, where you can do it both ways. Dude, you know that if I had this figure, I'm having them peacocking, man.
Yep.
I love Astro Train. Cameron says the Dino King Pretender shells were a disaster since no one wanted to spend $100 on 6 different giant piggy banks. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. They were expensive.
Now, what you wait and see. Mark my word. Mark this down right
looking at here. Just wait, whoa.
Hasbro's going to shut this down.
Fans Toys is going to try to make Fort Max. What's the price tag on this?
Well, how much was Omega?
And it was in 2 parts.
Yeah, but
I don't think
you can't split this into 2 parts, though.
No, you can't.
No, wait. Do you have the comparison size one with the Rodimus?
Is there one? I haven't got to it yet.
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
Fans Toys is making a Fortress Max. I don't know. I'm
It's
still
going
like,
to
what?
It's going to get shut down. You wait and see. Timestamp it, Cameron.
Oh,
going to get shut down.
I can't even imagine. I'm just my brain is trying to comprehend. I haven't looked at anything all day, so I'm seeing this fresh.
Yeah,
I hope
me
you
too.
have that picture.
Well, if they've got it in the panel here, then we'll have it.
Should be. Then you should have it then. But don't get me wrong. I mean, it's kind of cool.
I don't know, dude. This could be amazing. I don't know what the price tag is.
What?
There it is.
Dude, this is like as big as my front door.
That's what is that? 17. Fans Toy number 17. That's how big that thing is.
I'm sorry, this is a joke. This has to be a joke.
Isn't this thing like
it's
10 inches or
masterpiece? It's like masterpiece size.
So it would be like 10 inches, 9 or 10 inches tall.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Cameron said that Omega was originally 480, dropped due to DX9 competition. I remember that. You wait and see. This thing's going to be, I want to say, $800 easy.
There are comments that they said during the panel it should be 3 feet 8 inches or something like that.
That's a toddler.
What?
That's bigger than your kid,
That's bigger than a toddler.
I can't even comprehend.
That's a 10-year-old, man.
That's a 10-year-old.
Or maybe not 10, like 6-year-old or something like that.
I need to start saving. And I thought Unicron was going to be the big boy, but Fans Toys is like, nope, we got you covered. 4 feet. We would go 4 feet with it.
Tell you what, I bet you're going to be at least $800 in Hasbro.
It's got to be. It's Fortress Maximus. I mean, it's got to be. I don't know. I wonder, hey, did anybody see what the room response was? Just like when they showed the slide? Cameron or Dalton?
Cameron says that I have not seen the stream of the panel yet. And he says, I will order the Fort Max as soon as pre-orders go up and pay $100 a month to pay it off.
Yeah. I mean, I
Kurt says gonna have to get a baby stroller to take him around with me, dude. You could put this thing in the passenger seat and get in the carpool lane. No, don't do that. I think I've told you guys stories when I lived in Dallas. Like people have bought mannequins and blow up dogs and put them in the passenger seat just so they get the dude. Police would pull them over all the time. It was hilarious.
I can't wait to see the dimensions on this thing.
Jeez. Okay, that's all, folks. Well, that's some way to end right there.
Yeah, that was
Fans Toys at the end.
That was a good one.
That Astro Train, and then this just kind of announcement. And I know that Fans Toys, they announce like a bunch of stuff all the time, but I mean, eventually they come out with it. Like
they do.
Eventually, it might take 2 years or something. But,
it does take a while. Yeah.
And here was at the con, so maybe you can see some of the little stuff here. Can you just imagine whenever it gets delivered to Rick's house, like Erica answers the door. Rick, did you order another refrigerator? We don't need another refrigerator. They bring it off with a forklift.
And she'd be like, "It's another damn robot."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, can I think any wife would flip out if, like, in the same week, like Unicron package arrives, Snake Mountain arrives, and then this Fans Toys Fort Max arrives. Like where do you
my
even put that
Ecto-1
stuff?
too? My Ecto-1 hadn't shipped yet either. So who knows when that shit?
Jesus, dude.
I'm expecting that box to be huge. A lot of big stuff on the horizon, but that Snake Mountain, man, I'm really excited about that Snake Mountain.
Now, Cameron says he thinks that it'll be smaller than the Silk Barge, maybe.
It'll be what?
More than 800?
No, smaller.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like I guess if you were to stand the two up,
Upright.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the sail barge is long.
Yeah, so that, I mean, as far as to me, like long things, they take up quite a bit of space. Something tall.
It's its own table. It's
All right, so this is kind of stuff we already just looked at. All right, we'll skim through. Okay, so there's those two King Toys.
Whose Minosaur is that down there?
Oh, that's the X-Transpots one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I at first glance, I just thought it was translucent, and then I made a kind of a joke at the classic joke at Dalton being like, "Oh, Dalton, you're gonna love this one," and apparently, from what I've been told, it's actually not translucent. I thought this was all like translucent prototype pieces or something. So they ruined my joke. It was so fresh too. Making a translucent plastic and Dalton joke. Okay, so Cameron says there's a couple things that were shown in the dealer room that weren't at the panels. So okay, let's see if we can see this X-Transpots Minosaur for one.
I wonder what their date. Wonder what their date is on the Motormaster. I'm all in on the regular version. I'm not getting the G2 version. But I don't remember. I don't think I have a pre-order on their Motormaster, so I don't know if it's even up for pre-order.
Cameron says the last he heard was December or January.
Okay.
All right, we got Scans Toys there.
Some of these comments on Facebook, man.
I need to get another chair, man. I'm on this bar stool here.
You still ain't got a chair?
No, I've broke I haven't had a computer chair. They've just been lawn chairs, and I've broke the last two that I've put here. One lasted longer than this other one here. It was a bad welding job.
Just get you a comfortable cooler. You can keep your drinks cold. Put a little cushion on it.
Oh yeah, from back when I used to early on drink while doing the Cybercast, but you think I mispronounce words now. Back then, towards the end of the show, I sounded like one of those Cajun dudes, like always make fun of Dakota. Like, yeah. But did you see that video that it has Coach Orgeron where he's talking and saying something, and then somebody like they played that, and then they played the water boy guy like right after it sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think Dakota, he posted the like on my just personal Facebook. Okay, here's this thing again. I'm sick of come out with this thing and let's be done with it. Oh, you know what, man? Yeah, I've still got tons of stuff I haven't even opened yet. I've got to redo my collection room for one. I got to figure out what I'm going to do and where I'm going to put things.
I've just been putting stuff, like opening stuff and putting it into like little stackable containers instead of some stuff I'll put up and I'll remove some old stuff, put up some new stuff. But there's not enough time I never have enough time to like do it all at once. I'd like to just take a whole day and do it all. But I've been doing it in like little increments. So I've been trying to open up the Black Series as I get them, the ones that I want to open. Because if you don't, like Black Series and Transformers, like Siege stuff, like I said, I feel like it's coming out like every 2 weeks. I think there's a new figure to buy.
Well, and Marvel Legends too. We've got another wave of Marvel Legends coming, if you can believe it.
Oh man!
I'm like, dude, you guys need to calm down. I just had to buy like 2 waves from you guys like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
and then you got all these exclusives like hitting all these places, and I got to go pick those up. And then you're telling me that like, hey, we got like 2 more waves on the way.
Yeah,
like chill out.
It takes a whole show of us hitting the stores just to be able to find them in some capacity.
Well, here's the thing: is like Hasbro, like it's like they got their like, oh, we were down in the quarter, and they're just like, you know what? What are all our brands? Transformers, Overwatch, Star Wars, like Power Rangers, and Marvel Legends. Dude, just shove them out. Give them waves every month of everything. It's like, dude, like. Some of us collect a lot of it, or
and
even all of it.
Star Wars is going to be hitting hard because the second wave already started hitting Canada like this week. Like the Mandalorian, the second wave. Some people already had the Best Buy exclusive. Like all that stuff is hitting like right now that the trailer is out. They've got like a second wave of stuff. So, and I bet there's going to be a third wave before the new year that people will start finding it.
And then once the movie comes, then you won't see anything. That's how they've usually done it.
Yeah, they've already said that like only 30% of the secrets that are in Rise of Skywalker have been done in like toy form. Like there's a ton of stuff that we haven't seen yet until the movie hits, and then they're just going to open up the floodgates with all the secret stuff.
Kurt says, does anyone know of anyone who fixes broken Masterpiece figures? I have a Rodimus Hot Rod that came broken out of the box from years back. I'm guessing you bought it secondhand then.
I don't know. Nobody.
Yeah. If it's little stuff, like as soon as you get it, like I've returned stuff to BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, and they've been pretty good about replacement things, but I've only had that happen maybe twice ever.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. It wasn't on Masterpiece level. Like it was like a $25, DC collectible figure. To where I'm like, dude, like as soon as I went to move, this figure's like foot, so I could pose it snapped off.
Yeah,
NECA stuff that happens all the time. So, I guess it really depends on what it is. You're not talking about MP9, are you? Or are you talking about the little hot rod one? Is what I thought you were talking about. If you're talking about MP9, then there are knee issues with the MP9. But go out and buy there was someone at one point that was selling die-cast metal knees for MP9.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people have replaced those.
He bought it new in the box and finally decided to open it, and it was broken.
Oh, that's see, that's what I worry about on a lot of this stuff. I've got stuff that's been sitting in boxes for over a year. Is it MP9?
Ankles and shoulders.
Kurt, let me know if it's MP9. I have an MP9. It's a Hasbro version that I need to sell. I actually have something wrong with mine because I didn't notice it until later when I opened it up that the little Firestorm, I think is his Target Master's name. He came with like 2 left knees or something like that.
I remember that.
Yeah, but okay, so it is the MP9. Kurt, message me on Twitter or on my Facebook page, the G1 Extron, and I mean, I don't know if it's something simple for you to fix, but if you're wanting to buy another one, I've transformed mine once, and it was during the time like whenever I was like doing reviews like 4 or 5 a week. And I transformed him once, and I'm like, I'm not doing this review. I'm not transforming this thing ever again because it was hard. But yeah, if you're looking to maybe buy one, then I can try to make you a deal. What is this? So we've seen all this.
Just like Chosen Prime's display. I think, like, you know, all the stuff that they carry.
Oh, well, masterpiece stuff. Oh, there's a grill. Okay.
Oh, there's a grill of all grills. Look here, buddy. I got my grill. MP44. Get out of here with that crap. Millennial.
Let's see. I think I have 1, 2. I've got like 4 more MPs that I'm selling left.
Yay.
Yeah, get out of here with that crap.
Hey, man. Now there's.
Oh, so here's the other one, the Perfect Effect. Wait, what did I just do there? Perfect Effect.
That's the one I have the Perfect Effect one. I think Dakota was like, that's the worst one. I can't remember. It's been a while, but I think he liked one of the other ones. But
yeah, well, Dakota is going to
good.
tell you if it's not the one that he's buying, he's going to tell you that it's worse.
I know they're super into the Beast Wars Megatron. That's like the Cryotech, I guess.
Yeah, the Cryotech, the wingspan on that thing's insane and hard to. I mean, have you transformed yours yet?
I just put it on the only once. It's big. I mean, it takes up some massive space.
Yeah, I think say the wingspan on it's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And you got your fans' toys.
Chawar, what his name is?
Blur.
Yeah.
I haven't picked that up.
I do like that 6-shot a lot. I like mine like too. Well, I like season 3 characters a lot. Yeah, IDW. So what is that? Red's Hobby Red Dragon.
It's a Legends figure, I think.
Oh, is it? For $120?
Cameron, correct me.
Don't tell me there's a Legends size figure for $120.
There's a Legends figure of Megatron. I just can't remember which one it was.
Okay, so these are some old exclusives that they had.
That's one thing I've noticed about third parties, that there's always exclusives floating around still for sale that are, from the stores themselves, not buying secondhand.
Yeah, usually they're expensive like the first few weeks, and then after that, you can get them.
They drop.
Yeah.
Because they realize, oh, hey, people aren't going to pay that kind of money. Let's try to do something.
The market's not quite the same as it was a few years ago. They used to be a little more hot, the first month or so, but
yeah, real hot the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I like the pack. Like Kurt says, the packaging's nice. Yeah, I like it. They did that G2 style packaging, so I mean that kind of really sells it. I like that. Also, I like it that they had it to where you could keep it like that. You could open it, take it out, transform, whatever, put it back in, and close the packaging back up. I like that packaging. Now, these are little bitty dudes. We've looked at all these things, man. Where's the Fort Max prototype? We want to see it.
Yeah.
Man, they probably had no prototype for it yet.
You won't be able to put that in a glass case because I promise you the weight would break it.
Just you have to buy one case just for it. Being 4 foot tall.
Would you even put it in the case?
Not in a detail.
Yeah.
I would probably break it.
I think it'd be too wide too. Like broad shoulders and stuff. All right, so we've seen plenty of him. Oh, there's the one that Barrett got for free that we were just talking about before the show.
Yeah.
No, I swear you haven't charged me. Look, we have charged you. We're sending it to you.
But I haven't paid for it yet. We're sending it to you.
Sitting there arguing with them for 15 minutes. Fine, then send it to me for free. It was like both of them wanted to get the last word and be right. It's hilarious. I do like these designs. Are pretty cool for this stuff.
Oh, the old video game?
Yeah.
They were a cool design.
A long time ago. I mean, they are cool, but
they're still cool. They're still.
I actually did. I did play that game. Me and my kid played that game last year. I opened them back up and put them in, and we played one of the two. I can't remember which one, but they're still fun to play. The games are.
Prime killed himself. What's up with that?
Shame.
He wasn't satisfied with 2019.
These things are $85.
Oh, that's those World War II vehicles.
This is just something I never get my mind around is how much some of this third-party stuff costs.
Hello. That's what I've been complaining about for years. Because once you buy it, the price just drops like a rock.
Yeah, it's like a car.
Exactly. Used car, drive to the parking lot, lost half its value. That's what my father always told me. As soon as you drop that lot,
that's true.
Half the value is gone.
Yeah.
I don't understand these still. We've joked about them before, but like I still, when it comes down to it, I'm just like, I don't understand why it's made though. I don't understand it.
Here's the bigger one. Why are people buying it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Well, I didn't realize there were so many pictures in here. All right,
that's all the Chosen Prime stuff.
Like we've seen this stuff before.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, this is what I mean. Hey, kind of think about.
Take it easy.
This kind of goes back to, TFcon's doing 3 shows a year. I mean, kind of think about it. You're kind of really, just recycling the same crap over and over.
Yeah, I mean I think the cool thing about it, I do like that they do it, even though I couldn't go to the one that's here, close by, just because of other stuff. But I like that they're creating like
people that don't have to do the whole travel thing, where it's like
exactly
closer.
Exactly, like it's just a little place where you can go, and if you're into Transformers, you can congregate and get some drinks together, meet some new people, talk about the hobby that you like. I mean, that's the cool part about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier that I gotta think that that's why people would go to these things, because like we said, like when you look at the panels, you're like, man, this is stuff that like we've all seen except for like 3 to 5 reveals that we don't know about, which you could just get at home, just hours after it was shown, and we're looking at it here, and we're kind of discussing it. And then second, as far as prices at the show, you got to think they're not going to be any cheaper than what they would be at just ordering it from BBTS, and
the other think about it like this,
stuff like that, because they got to pay for their tables and hotels and travel and stuff. Like, they got to make some money.
The cool thing too is third party. You can't find it at Walgreens or Walmart or Target, so it gives them a showroom floor to be able to put hands on and see it with your own eyes. And I think that's something that, like, right now there's a lot of stuff lacking. So, like, if you're into Hot Toys, dude, there's nowhere you can go do that. You can't really do that anywhere. There's no traveling convention where you can do that. If somebody did that, I think it would be really, it's fair game right now. No one's doing it. But I think it's cool that Transformers now, they have a traveling show and you can go and do that, because I don't know. I think that's a cool aspect of it for sure. Just being able to see it before you purchase it sometimes. And BotCon did all that stuff for years, but now that there's not an official show, I mean, it's cool that they're doing more of them.
I like that chess piece, Ram. I like that one. You like the Black Mirage? Yeah, he looked pretty nice with that gold trim. All right, let's see. Seen all these. Okay. I've got a few other third-party stuff. So, Newage Toys. They're going to do their gold and clear versions of their Megatron. I'm not someone. I still don't understand the gold and translucent treatment of figures.
Translucent has to fit just right on a figure. The gold ones, I've never really understood those, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, the gold, it used to be because of the lucky draw stuff, but like now that you're just making gold figures, then like there's no like, oh my god, it's a lucky draw, because it's obviously not.
Exactly.
It's like that. To me, it's like you'd be proud if you had a lucky draw, and then when they start painting figures just gold, like where they're just mass retail, everyone can buy a gold figure, then it's like, why even care about trying to get the lucky draws or paying a lot of money for lucky draws? It's like when we went to BotCon in Pasadena, that dude, he body molded his entire car to make it look like a Ferrari F50, but it was just a Camaro. Like we still hear that V6. Like, it wasn't even a Z28. It was a V6 Camaro, and you're running around with Ferrari logos, and the body looked like a Ferrari F50. He just kept on cruising around the convention area.
Right.
Oh, Cameron says, speaking of lucky draw, apparently the Magic Square Hauler Green Grapple was something like that. I've never seen it available. So he was kind of like lucky draw.
This one's a lucky draw, or
no. Like, I think he's talking about the original, not this little this little thing here. DNA Designs. So you can see it colored up now instead of just the prototype looking plastic.
I thought about the set a little bit because of that. Comes with the extra black guns.
Do you have this figure? Either one?
Yeah, I do.
I have it. Yeah.
See where it has the black guns like the original one did. It has little clamps to go over the top to cover up the hollowness. I just wish somebody would make us black wheels.
Oh, here you go. So you can see it makes it a little bit taller there. So nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and then also you don't have that hollowness right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Action Figures Expert says, I'm glad I never invested in third-party figures. I wouldn't call buying third-party figures an investment because you said, you'll lose money. There's only one time where I actually gained money, and it was when Fans Toys Quake was like super popular. Like, now, and I was able to buy them for like $120 or something like that. And then he got super popular. Everybody wanted them. And then I kind of did one of my things in my head to where I'm like, you know what? Takara is going to be coming out with a Shockwave, an official one, pretty soon. So I was able to sell my Fans Toys Quake. I think I put it up for bidding just to see how much it would go up. And I think it sold for like $280 or something like that, or $270.
They were no joke, man. Them things were hot.
And then later they were like, hey, we're going to reissue this. It was like 2 weeks later after I sold it that they were like, yep, reissue. $150 or something like that. Oh, and by the way, we're going to like make multiple colors of this thing.
That's when it died.
Yeah, even when they were going to make translucent ones too, and they ended up being crap, so they just ended up taking a hammer to them.
Oh, so this is Star Convoy, the new one. Yeah, do you have this one, Rick?
No, I haven't gotten it.
You know, I
canceled a bunch of stuff.
I
canceled a bunch of things that are like, they're like, this is one of those ones where I don't need it. You know, like I don't.
You don't have to have it.
Yeah, like if it goes down at some point, I might get it. I don't know, you know, or if the week is right. But right now, I'm paying off stuff. Got a vacation coming.
Oh, I get you, Action. This is Dr. Wu. How they were doing the different color ones. Well, these are just the black and silver ones. So basically, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So those are out there if you want them. And we got one more piece. Which
Impactor?
Yeah. Utopia add-on. So they're doing also like the little inside
little fill-ins.
Yeah. So what is it, like 2 or 3 companies doing that?
Yeah, I think it's the third one doing it. I haven't decided. I need one, but I haven't decided which way to go yet. I think
this got 3 options.
They're pretty cool. I mean, the figure out of all the ones we've gotten lately, I think that figure is deserving of it because the figure's pretty good.
It is.
So
it's a great figure.
Yeah.
All right, so getting into some Star Wars. Oh man, dude, I need to put a pillow under this next time. Black Series. You got your episode 2 Obi-Wan.
That's cool.
Looking nice. And he goes with, well, I don't believe they're coming good, they're packaged, but I'm saying get your episode 2 Anakin.
Yeah.
So now you can do the, I don't think we have a proper Padme. Do we have any Padmes?
Yeah, we do.
We do? Okay. I can't.
Yeah, the one in the white outfit. With the
Well, we need a proper one of that because then we can do the whole. I don't like sand. It's coarse. It gets in your underwear and stuff. So
when she's fighting the kitty.
Yeah, and then this is for your vintage collection. So some Melinda. Say it for me, Rick.
Who is this?
For the vintage collection, Mandalorian.
Okay. Oh, the Cara Dune. Is that Cara Dune?
Yeah.
It's a small pick.
Yeah. So I couldn't say the words, man. I'm running to where I've been up more than 24 hours now. So All right, some more. Here, this looks like a Night of Ren right here.
That's cool.
I think.
What size? What
6
size
inch,
is that?
6 inch.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, this for me, man. And
Looks
then
good.
also happy to see this one here because I saw Vintage Collection had this one. I was like, well, dude, where's the 6 inch, man?
That's cool.
I like this figure. This one is played by
Kerry Russell.
Yeah,
right?
Kerry Russell. Yeah, it's played by Kerry Russell. I think I'm gonna like this character. One, because I'm from Texas, so anyone that dual wields like little shotties, dude, I'm into it. So I love dual wields, and you got little muskets like that, dude. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Like little dual wielding space muskets, and an awesome looking helmet. You look like the Rocketeer, dude. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right, so Spider-Man, another wave. I'm not ready for this, man. So you build a figure.
Demo
Goblin. I think I'm going to pass on that.
It looks good, though.
Exclusive already, Winter Soldier. It's for Dakota,
No.
I guess. How many Winter Soldiers? I mean, like, how many do you need? But get to look at the Build-A-Figure, man. Looks nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. What they do with all the different goblins have been like home runs that they've done.
I've always liked the scales on them. They've looked nice.
Yeah.
All right, later, Cameron. Cameron's like, I'm here for the Transformer stuff.
Yeah.
And now someone's going to have to take over the mechanic duties. Well, now we're getting into stuff where I know a little bit more about it, or at least half.
Yeah.
But
one of us
between the three of us, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, so you got two that are from video game.
The game,
yeah. Which I love the game. I didn't buy that first GameStop exclusive one. Which now I kind of wish I did because later then I bought the game. I'm like, man, this suit's like really cool.
It's a really cool suit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the game. Kung Fu Master here or whatever. Don't need them.
Shang-Chi.
I can see a Vulture there. Definite buy.
Yeah, they need a new Vulture. They needed that bad.
I've got a little bit more modern Vulture right now, so I guess I can get rid of him. I'm not sure what this one is, but a White Rabbit.
Oh yeah, she was in Amazing Spider-Man like a month or two ago.
I'm trying to recall her.
She's a lesser. She's definitely an obscure character.
I don't need her then. I just the Vulture.
They go pretty deep, in the Spider-Man line.
NECA. You're gonna get a Krang. Now I actually I told someone that because they were like, hey, it's gonna be hard to track this down, and I said that no, I believe that this is going to be a Toon exclusive. So if it's a Toon exclusive or a Toon version, it will be at Target in the 2-pack. But this is actually further looking at that head. This is actually from the video game. So the movie stuff is at GameStop. The Toon stuff is 2-packs at Target, and then I believe the game stuff is they're still doing those at like shows exclusive. So that does suck because this stuff is hard to track down. And I do collect those turtles, but it's kind of cool to see how all their little pieces come together here, and you can kind of see where stuff is already going to start to break stuff because it's NECA. But there you go. Here's some more NECA stuff. You ever get into the Kenner Aliens and Predator stuff?
Or no, I never had them. I like Aliens. Like I've had a Hot Toys product or two here and there, but I never got a Predator. As far as the NECA stuff, I might have had like one or two at the very beginning years ago. But
I mean, other than the
Now that
turtle
they're
stuff, I don't really collect any NECA. I mean, it's got to be something very specific. Like they came out with like a RoboCop and an Ed 209. Like I was like, I like that. And then when they came out with a Nathan Drake from Uncharted, I was like, okay, I'll buy that because I like that video game. Kratos from God of War, I was like, okay, I'll buy that because I like that game a lot. But like, I don't really dive into their main lines, which I guess you would say Predator and Alien.
I would assume they've got 500 figures, right? Like, is this the 500? Like, you know, is this the celebration of the 500 Alien figure? I don't know. It seems like it.
Well, you got that, and then here's another Alien figure for you from Kenner.
The
their little Kenner version.
Yeah.
These kind of came out whenever, because like I said, you know, Kenner, they did the Predator, Alien, and I remember Terminator. That was my middle brother, which is 4.5 years younger than me. Like he had a few of those figures, but like it wasn't. He collected those majorly. It was like he just, you know, our grandmother would just buy us random stuff because KB Toys, they'd have something in stock. If it wasn't Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Star Wars, then it was one of those other random brands. Then after about a month, KB Toys would just throw them all into this bin and mark them down like
I remember that.
Off. And so my grandma would just go in there and be like, "Oh, look, I can get like 5 figures for like $10, you know," and you just get a bunch of random stuff. So which I mean, you know, we're kids. We entertain ourselves. We like mixed, you know, stuff together all the time. So that's how we became so knowledgeable about toys, is because we get mixed bag of clearance. That's why we're so deep in so many different lines. This is for you guys. Isn't this somebody you're excited about?
The Lord Drakon figure. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal because of the comic series he was huge in, and then there's a video game, and it's been a pretty good run for them for a popular character.
I bet
he's in Wave 3. I'm glad that they're doing him like up front and early though, because otherwise he was only available at the Power Morphicon, and a lot of people didn't get it.
Right.
But I'm really glad I got the original one, and I got that throne too that someone had made. I don't know. I got that through like a Canadian seller, I believe. But I hope that throne still kind of fits him, this new figure.
I don't know who these characters are. So are the Power Rangers? Are they getting the photoreal face printing technology?
Yeah, it's not as good. Well, I guess, you know, technically they are, but like the ones that are older, you know, from like the 90s, like the original Morphin one. Well, I mean, I think it just depends, right? Because the old ones, they're having to go off of photographs, you know, so old photographs at that. So I don't
they're doing that with Star Wars.
Yeah, but some of them they're nailing.
Mark Hamill from like the 70s.
Some of them they've nailed, and some of them they haven't. Like, look at your Luke X-wing, even that new Jedi Luke. Like, it's good, but it's not as good as some of the more modern ones that they've done.
The Mace I look at Samuel L. Jackson. That sucker looks exact. You could take that head, and put it on any Samuel L. Jackson figure. It looks like a masterpiece.
But even then they were able to digitally capture him. Like at some point he was probably digitally captured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
He looks good. And so does Padme. I thought that the Padme figure looks good too. But I don't think the Power Rangers head sculpts are nearly as good as the Black Series, but we'll see what happens.
Here's another wave of Fortnite stuff. Hybrid Stage 3, whatever that means. I don't play this thing. So by McFarlane. So this is stuff for Dalton. Huge Fortnite fan.
He lives by it.
I keep seeing their section in like Walmart or, you know, Target. I keep seeing their section. It stays pretty big. I'm always comparing it to like
this just
Star Wars, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand.
Like a knockoff Whiplash to me. That's what it looks like. You just build your. Dalton came into the chat just to say not a Fortnite fan. We haven't heard from him in an hour.
Do these toys sell? Does anybody know?
And from an hour, nope.
But you mentioned he's a Fortnite fan. He comes to defend his honor. That's fine.
Do people buy these? I mean, they've been making them for what, a year?
Apparently so, because he hasn't got started on those DC figures he told us he was going to be working on.
Right, yeah.
Because he keeps on pumping these things out. He hasn't finished my Borderlands figures. I'm just now getting wave 2 of those, and like that's been over a year. Because he keeps on pumping these out, because like this is what the younger kids are buying, you know.
I've never been in the store. And Mike, you go in the store, it's a decent amount. Have you ever been in the store and seen like kids clamoring and taking these up to the register?
I haven't seen. I know collectors who do.
Okay.
Bobby actually worked on some of these figures, the 6-inch line, for a little bit. But
I never see kids buying that stuff, but I mean, maybe it's adults that are buying them.
Here's Tamashii Nations. You got some kind of burning Godzilla. I don't recall seeing Godzilla ever on fire, but I haven't watched Godzilla's in a while.
When he's like charged up in that recent movie.
Is that what? Okay, yeah, because that was a new one. Here's the Mafex Mira. I saw some people on Twitter that were pretty happy about this.
The figure looks good. Does it look like her face though?
The
figure looks good.
They're always kind of hit or miss, like with their faces.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It always looks a little more Asian than it should, and that's just my opinion.
She's got the water stuff. That's cool.
But the figure looks good. Like the sculpt looks good. Just the face, I'm not crazy about.
Yeah, and these cost more than your normal. Well, I mean, there is no normal right now because nobody's doing the DC figures or except for DC Collectibles with their essentials. But this isn't something that
they're not movie line. They're comic book.
I just don't like movie line stuff whenever it comes to superheroes. Real quick, Super 7, They Live figures. You know, I've never seen this movie, so.
I've seen it a long time ago. I definitely didn't watch it and think, oh, I need action figures. But Super 7 does a lot of horror stuff.
Yeah. All right, and this is a company that PrimalSabbath has started to kind of dabble in a little bit here. Hiya Toyz. So 3 3/4 inch stuff. There's a clear Predator. See, like translucent for that Predator, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And okay, so from movie Predators, little dog. Actually, am I the only one that like I didn't think the movie Predators with who's in that? Andy. God, I'm trying to think of the dude's name.
Is this the one before the newest one? The one before that?
The newest one is called Predators.
Yeah.
I didn't think it when they're like dropped in onto like a predator planet. And it was like I didn't think it was that bad.
No, me neither. I thought it was pretty good, especially compared to the newest one, which, as Mike says, is trash.
Yeah.
Hot garbage, baby.
They're also doing some RoboCop figures. So if you wanted your RoboCop figures 3 3/4 inch, you got you taken care of here. So you get your RoboCop. You get an Ep252 now. Classic. God, you can't not have.
I need to watch RoboCop again. I haven't watched that in years.
I
don't own it.
1 is great. 2 is like, okay, I can deal with 2. 3 is garbage. Oh, it's terrible. This is for Dakota. He's into these Goku things. So this is Ultra Instinct Goku, and it actually is a Goku. How it looks any different than every single other Goku you've
that's
been presented?
Jesus.
My pants are ripped. Goku.
Goku is basically the Seeker from Transformers the classics.
Right.
Like we can just change orange pants, but then hey, we'll change it instead of the blue boots, we'll do pink boots, and then his hair, we can change that multiple different colors and stuff. So, all right, and you got some more Goku here. SH Figure Arts.
Got your Sith Goku.
Yeah, Sith Goku. Yeah, so some more SH Figure Arts. Freddie Mercury. There you go, Mike.
Yeah.
It's a odd figure to collect. Adrian Brody, that's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't think of it for some reason. I've seen a ton of movies. You know what? I think Adrian Brody, he's obviously not like Brad Pitt and like Tom Cruise, like these top stars. He's, like kind of B, C level, but I think he's like good in those. Like you definitely put him like some people would be like Nicolas Cage is like a low A. Like I think Nicolas Cage is terrible. And then Adrian Brody, he's been in if you ever watch The Jacket, it's really good. And The Experiment, if you ever haven't seen that movie, he's in there with Forrest Whitaker. And it's based on the experiment I think that Stanford did a while back, where they took their students, all different races and stuff. This is a BBTS exclusive. Storm Collectibles. There you go. So, but it's basically Stanford did an experiment where they took their students, all races and everything, like just divided them up randomly and made some the prisoners and some the like the guards, and like within days you could see that that the people that were like prisoners, they started acting like prisoners, and the people that were guards, they started acting like they got power hungry, and it was just because they were set in a position of power, and that's the way, and that's basically what the movie is. It's really interesting. But that was actually something that was tested by Stanford years back. Here you go. This is for you, Rick.
Yeah, I saw Hot Toys had the license. Who was it? There was another company that had the license, and they did. It was like the worst figures ever.
Oh yeah, they did the, what is it, 1/8 scale or something like that?
Like the weird scale, yeah.
Nothing like them whatsoever.
Oh yeah, not the fact that they were just they were terrible figures. They didn't look anything like them, but like the scale you came out with is like people are buying 3 3/4 inch stuff, they're buying 6 inch stuff, and they're buying 1/6 scale stuff. Like you're coming in at 1/8, like nobody. You're trying to make like, hey guys, we're gonna dominate this market because no one's like tapped in. There's a reason.
I cannot go down that rabbit hole. So I got to stick with my Star Wars and Marvel mostly. I do some DC when the time is right.
I like it how he has the interchangeable chest from the white
yeah,
logo, the red logo.
The difference.
Right.
It's cool because like then you've got like multiple seasons worth of Barry's costume.
That's at least 2 seasons right there.
Yeah, at least.
Okay, because I was going to ask, because when I did watch the show, I know that they kind of changed it, like at the beginning of every season, like, you're going to like what we did to your suit.
Yeah.
I will tell you what, last year's suit,
I didn't watch last year.
It was horrible. He had no chin strap whatsoever. People complained about it. They brought the chin strap back. It was bad. It was really bad.
Oh, you mean they actually listen to people
that
complain? Because I've been complaining about it, and they haven't done any of my suggestions.
He comes with a little Jay Garrick helmet too. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
That's a cool extra. I wonder how deep they'll go on that line.
Oh, you better believe they're going to squeeze every penny they can out of you.
All right, and your last two Hot Toys figures, Hulk and Thor.
I have to decide if I need these or not. I'm still on the fence.
Fat Thor, you got to have that.
This
I
Hulk
bet you only got one
boring.
Hot Toy that's a fat dude.
Mike, we don't use fat anymore. We say diet challenge.
No. I'm a fat guy. I have the right to say it. Like Rick. Rick has the right to say it. Josh, you can't say it.
Whoa. What you trying to say?
Mike is drawing lines in the sand. You're on the fat side. You're not on the fat side.
Rick, we boys, we can say the fat word. He can't.
I'm all about body positivity on the Cybercast.
Gosh, Rick.
Everybody, just send your pictures to Mike. Mike will let you know what side of the fence you're on.
I'll let you know whether you can say fat guy or not.
He'll let you know where your privilege lies.
Damn.
That's our work. Say that. Y'all can't.
Yeah, the Hulk looks cool, but for me, like he only had like two moments in the movie. One involved that gauntlet, and the other involved that taco. those were his.
Oh, he better come with a taco then, right?
I mean, I don't see the taco, right?
Yeah,
where's that taco?
Well, I thought he had better. I mean, he got to think that the Hulk had some pretty comical scenes in the movie. You know,
yeah, he had some comical scenes for sure.
Yeah, I thought he did pretty good. Where, when he tried to send Scott through time and make.
But they really get look at the moments that like Cap got, or Iron Man, or Thor. They really trumped his moments. I mean, like he had a very important moment with the snap, right? But as an action figure, like when you're lining them up and you're setting them up on your shelf, I don't remember him like kicking much butt in the movie. You know what I mean?
In the fight scene, you never saw him in the fight scene. I don't think doing anything.
Yeah, I feel like they needed a Hulk. They should have had at least one little Hulk, big fight moment. But I don't remember seeing it.
No, you're probably about right.
But the others, they got like really good ones, right? I
and
probably
that's what it should have been.
Thor, I think I might have to get him because
told you
that lightning effect on those two things right there.
Yeah, that's cool too. And like the cool thing is like if you buy that, then you can put it with the cap because the other hammers don't have that effect and the light up gimmick.
Now there is a cap coming out that comes with a hammer too, isn't there?
Yeah, but not that one. Like this one.
You're talking about the hammer that comes with the cap doesn't have the lightning effect.
Yeah.
So that's how they get you to spend another $300.
Probably.
You want the lightning effect?
You help cement it. Yeah, that helps cement it. Like, and if they add the taco to Hulk, I'm telling you right now, I'm buying it. If it comes with the taco.
Rick's basically buying this just because I'll spend another $300. I really like this little lightning effect. I don't have that yet.
Well, just for you, Rick, I want to send an email to Hot Toys. Let them know you give me some tacos with that Hulk. Done.
Yeah, and throw in an extra taco too, so I can give one of the other guys tacos.
I want to share.
That's my fan fiction. I'm giving them all tacos.
That's hilarious.
And then you need a Hot Toys of LeBron James. That way he can come in with his lawyers and be like, hey, we'll do it on Tuesday. We're copyrighting that. I came up with that.
Yeah, you see how that worked out for me. They're like, no.
Oh, the lawyers, they went through with it, and then we're like, oh yeah, guess what? Like it didn't make it. Apparently, it's been around for like decades. Like, dude, you either got to have the stupidest lawyers, or they're just like taking him to the cleaner.
Exactly. Give me all your money.
Really? You want us to challenge that and get that? I forget what it was, trademark.
Yeah. So stupid.
I thought that was hilarious. All right, so that is going to be it. Let's see where we at. Stop screen share. Yeah. Okay, so just at 2 hours there. So we had missing a few people, but we got to cover everything. So thank you guys for watching the Watch Live and the people that were in video form. Again, we will be back on, as far as I know, in 2 weeks on Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If that changes in any way, I'll be sure to let you know via Twitter and on Facebook, which you can reach me, G1Xtron, everywhere. And I will let people on those sites know that if it's changing in any way, whether it moves up or it moves back a little bit, just based on what time Penn State plays. That's the way we got to do stuff during college football season. So, let's go ahead and exit out. Mike, where can people find you, man?
You can find me everywhere as Angry Mike or The Angry Mike.
All right.
And you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will talk to you guys later. Peace.